everyone, we're going to simplify each expression with complex numbers. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is simplify them by eliminate radicals in the denominator. And just remember that I equals square root of -1. So for this one, we actually have 2 radicals in the denominator. But what we're going to do is multiply the denominator by the complex conjugate and use this formula. So basically what I mean is you have 3 divided by square root of 2 minus 5i. So the conjugate is going to be, we have the minus part, we're going to do the plus part. So that's going to be square root of 2 plus 5i. If you multiply the denominator by the conjugate, you also have to multiply the numerator. So for the numerator, we're going to get 3 square root of 2 plus 15i. And in the denominator, we're going to let a equal square root of 2 and b equal 5. And let's just use a squared, so square root of 2 squared plus 5 squared. Just using our formula. That's going to give us, the denominator is going to be 4 plus 25. That's going to be 29. So we have 29. And if you want for the numerator, you can factor out of 3. You don't have to. That'd be square root of 2 plus 5i. The reason you like to multiply, well, this is actually, sorry, this is 2 plus 25. See, I could hear you all talking, saying, so the reason you want to factor out of 3 here is so you can simplify this 3 and 27 to 1/9. So this would be 1 times square root of 2 plus 5i divided by 9. And the best way to write that is 1/9 times square root of 2 plus 5i. Now let's try the second one. Second one looks a little more complicated. So we have 2 plus I square root of 3 divided by 1 plus I square root of 3. So multiplying by the conjugate, the denominator, you get 1 minus I square root of 3. This is what we had, and we divide it. Now, our b is second. You always write the I in front of the radical. You don't want to write it after the radical, because sometimes when we're writing real fast, it looks like it's underneath that radical. That's why we just, by convention, write it in front. So also multiply your numerator by the conjugate, because remember, this just equals 1. You divide those two. Now, for the denominator, we're going to let a equal 1 and b equal square root of 3. So for the denominator, we just have 1 squared plus square root of 3 squared. And the numerator, we're going to FOIL that out. So you're going to get 2 times 1 is 2, plus 2 times that, it's going to end up being minus 2i square root of 3. This one's going to be plus 1i, so just write I square root of 3. And finally, the end is going to be minus I squared times square root of 3 squared, because you're squaring both of those. All right, let's simplify all of this. The denominator is just going to be 1 plus 3. All right, so that's going to be 4. Now, let's fix this part and this part. So we have 2, then we have minus 2i squared root of 3 plus 1. So that's still minus 1 of those. So minus I square root of 3. So these are like terms. Minus 2 plus 1 of those. Now, the I squared is -1. So we have minus and negative, so that's going to be plus. And the square root of, the square of the square root of 3 is just 3. So what we end up getting is we add these two up. 2 plus 3 is 5. minus I square root of 3 divided by 4. Also, you can write this as 1/4, 5 minus I square root of 3. Either one is fine. And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.